Good morning, Desert Bounty here. I'm Seven. That's Corey. So, video number 2 for today. 200-foot radius. Suddenly it's 400 feet. But that's okay. So, we have this free resource on the homestead. Let me show you. We have these junipers that have died. And there's quite a few of them here. You can see one over there, just kind of dead, fall down. And we understand that the wildlife is using these as shelters, as dens, as places to escape the heat. As the wood breaks down, it adds to the organic material to the soil, so it is a nutrient. We understand that. And what we're doing is we're clearing this back and creating a straight line fire break with this deadfall. If this catches fire for any reason, that's a real risk out here. We have minimal fuel in a straight line. We're not piling it up, 10 feet high, and if that catches fire and it starts burning, it'll get away from us. So if a fire does approach, we can come out to this break with water and wet it down where the fire's coming, and we have just a straight line. And if this catches fire, then hopefully we'll be able to manage putting it out right away and to mitigate the threat. But the real reason we're doing this is the cows. And I'm going to show you right here what I mean by the cows. So the cows come roaming up here from down in the wash. They come from parts unknown, the next 120, 130, 140 acres over. And they wander through the whole property. And they cut up and they hit the road out here by the front, and they walk the road up to the next spot where they're going to graze. We don't mind. We just have to plan for it, that's all. So this break you see here, this wood break, Corey's been hard at work out here. We walked through and talked about a perimeter. We talked about access points where we can get through the wall. And this is just to direct the cows around the homestead to keep them from coming in and destroying things. It's not really a barrier for other animals. Coyote can get over it, rabbits. The wildlife can get through it quite easily. It's not something we have barbed wired, but we may have to do that in the future, but we'll see. So Corey's been out here going off into the distance, picking up deadfall and bringing it up here and stacking it in a line or in an arc and perimeter around the homestead. And here's what it looks like. I'm going to walk around the whole perimeter that we've got so far. It's probably going to arc somewhere over there and maybe go up. Our driveway comes in right through there. As I'm walking through this grass, I don't know the species. I'll be investigating that. This grass, you have to be really careful where you walk. So I'm trying to film and be careful where I walk at the same time. This is going to be our compost area. You can see I've grabbed some cow patties. They're dried all over. Free dung fertilizer. Yeah. They drop it everywhere. You can see the piles. I'll show you some as I walk around, but this is going to be our compost spot. I'm going to step over this right here. And that's where one tree fall was laying. We cleaned that up, brought it back. We might use the wood chips, the organic material, for a couple of garden beds we're going to build, rock garden beds, raised beds. And I'll enclose those in chicken wire, but that'll be another video. So this is our diverter, our fence. We had to trim some junipers back for the RV and a couple other ones, so you're going to see some green in there. I'm really not going to go cutting junipers down. We're going to try to save as many as we can and then try to improve their health, not destroy them, and then maybe propagate them and add more. That would be good. This landscape is kind of sparse, and the trees look like they're struggling in some areas. Maybe through some time and investigation, I can do some things to help them, because I like that robust life. It attracts the other wildlife, and that's amazing. Well, look here. Here's one of those cow patties. It's gold. I'm telling you, gold. We'll pick those up and throw them in the compost. So, back to the wall. I know another YouTuber out here that's got his niche, and maybe in the future he can introduce me or I can introduce him, but Grow Tree Organics. You guys got some really valuable information. You've been here a minute. I've been watching and I've been learning, paying attention. So there's some plants here on the landscape that I didn't know existed, and they identified immediately and were like, wow, look what you got here. And I was like, save me some time. I don't have to go through and identify them with the app and figure out what it is. But this is our wall. This comes back around to the gabion. Now I'm going to walk over here. There's footprints out here, so it's kind of hard to see, but I'll get a spot where you can see. Doing a little target practice with the bow. Got that set up. Pass some time. Now we've been kind of walking around out here, so the footprints kind of obscure the cow prints, but you can see right here. And then a smaller one. Looked like a smaller mama maybe walking with a calf. And we'd like to divert them right up along here and out to the road where they like to go. Of course, this is the easement down the fence, and they like to wander up through this way. But we have several footprints coming in the other way too, and I just want to kind of divert them, keep them going away that way. So that's our natural barrier. We're going to build some walkthroughs, some gates, so that we can access and go through that wall in several locations around the homestead. But our intention is to try not to disturb the remaining land and just let it be. Or maybe do some things to possibly help it. I'm going to be careful doing that, because I'm not an expert, but I know enough now in my old age to investigate things before you move forward on them. So that's an update on our perimeter wall. It's going to go around past the driveways. We'll get a gate in later, things like that. So stay tuned. Thanks for watching. Hit that like button, subscribe, drop me a comment. Oh yeah, hey, if you know about rocks, I got a video coming up about rocks. Maybe someone out there that knows about aggregate, the stones and stuff from this area, can help me identify what some of these rocks are. They're cool. And it would help me kind of figure out what I'm working with here in aggregate. So thanks for watching. Stay tuned, more to come.